Okay, so I've been meaning to make a video again on GPU pass-through on laptops. I had made a video before about this MSI GS60, which works with PCI pass-through. It's using NVIDIA GTX 860M is the dedicated video card, and then it's got an Intel. What you're seeing displayed is using the Intel, and then I pass the NVIDIA card to the VM for the duration that I'm using the VM. It works very well, but the MSI is muxless, so it doesn't allow you to connect the dedicated video card to an external video port. So I can run the VM, but to get to the VM, I have to remote desktop to it, which actually works quite well. I'll start this VM. Let's start the actual Windows 10 VM. It takes 10-15 seconds to start, and then I can remote desktop in. I'm actually using X3 RDP. Seems to work pretty good. And like I say, I like this laptop other than I can't hook a monitor into it for the VM. Other than that, I'm very happy with it. It's light, it's easy to carry. There's actually two things wrong with it. One, that you can't hook an external monitor into the VM, and the battery life isn't the greatest. So I kept searching, and I found this Dell Precision, which it does video pass-through also, but it also is muxed, which means that you can connect the dedicated video card to an external video port. So I'm going to start this VM. The reason why I have a keyboard and mouse here is because I'm not remote desktoping into it. So I need to be able to, I need to be able to use a mouse and keyboard on it. So what I do is I'm passing this external mouse and keyboard also into the VM. So I'm going to start this VM also, and you'll actually see it start to launch on the TV. This one should be running. If I click on here, and we have a Windows 10 VM, which is pretty zippy. I mostly use it for Fusion, so I will show that. Fusion takes a bit to load. And this one, we're in Windows 10 also, but this one is using an external monitor, which is awesome. So I can actually remote desktop into this one also. It works great that way when I'm mobile. And this screen is a 4K screen, which with my eyesight, I had to tweak around with it to get the font to the point where I wasn't straining myself. But it's pretty impressive. So the problem, I do a lot of Linux CNC stuff, which is a machine control software that uses real-time within Linux to control the machines. This laptop, this MSI, runs real-time quite well. I've used it for testing, and I don't think I've ever had it cause a real-time error. This one, on the other hand, doesn't play as nicely with real-time. I actually had to slow the real-time thread down so that I could use it for Linux CNC. Not a big deal. That's one of the downfalls of this Dell. It's like I'm almost there, but not quite. This also is twice as heavy as the MSI, which is substantial. It's solid. But other than that, this one runs quite well too. So I can bring Fusion up here. I'll bring a file up in this one. You can kind of see. Open that one. And it's pretty fluid. No problems with chugging or anything like that. It's easy to draw in. So like I say, this one's remote desktoping into it from the Linux host, which both of these are running Debian stretch. I'm using QEMU and Virt Manager. Did I click on this? Maybe I didn't. I'll have to look at the video. They're both using Virtual Manager to run the VMs. So, like I say, so far I am very happy with how both of them are performing, but neither of them are the perfect solution for me. Both work good enough, probably more than good enough. So this must have updated. So if I look at this, I'll open this. This is a little bigger model. I'm surprised at how coarse 1080 looks now to me. But yeah, see? Running Windows 10 VM, I am happy with how it runs. So my perfect laptop would be a laptop that is muxed, which is what this one is, where the internal dedicated video card can be hooked to an external video port and runs real time really well. And it would be nice if it was not so heavy. So I am almost there. Both of them work well for what I need to do. And I don't know if I said, pay no attention to the decor. It's the only place I could really set up this Dell with an external monitor. It's actually the kids' playroom, not finished yet. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you had any questions, ask away.